Hey guys, this is Nashville guitarist Michael Vance coming to you today with Immix 11 amplifiers, brand new HT-30. This is a 30 watt EL84 based amplifier, 4 EL84s, roughly about 30 watts, maybe a little bit more. 12AX7 channel, EF86 channel. On your EF86 channel, we've got a preamp volume, a 6-way contour for the tone, and then a master volume, which is universal for both channels. And then on the 12AX7 channel, we've got a preamp volume and a treble middle bass tone stack. So we're going to start off on the 12AX7 channel. I'm going to give you a little example of clean on that. We've got the volume at 2, the master at about 6, treble middle and bass all roughly around 6. And I'm just using a standard Strat. So here's the sound in the middle and bridge pickup, out of phase position. So that's the 12AX7 channel. We'll give you a little bit of the drive on that one. So crank down your master, crank up your preamp. I'm going to put the preamp roughly around 8. And this will give you a lot more than you're expecting, I assure you. And it is very, very, very punchy for a 30 watt. So I've got the master a little... This is not even 2. It's honestly, I think it's just right around 1. So. A lot more than you expect, I assure you. For it to be that clean and break up that much was pretty impressive to me. I've played quite a few of these amps, and it's pretty stout. So anyway, that's overdrive on the 12AX7 channel, so I'm going to crank that one down. We're going to change channels up to channel 1. This is the EF86 channel, but we'll give you a clean tone. Like I said, this is a 6-way contour switch, so we'll put the EF86 preamp volume right before 2, and then this is a much gainier tube. A lot of people don't don't understand how much more gainy an EF86 is than 12AX7. It takes about 4 12AX7s to get the same amount of gain, or I guess as much body as one EF86. So it's at least in my opinion. So here we go. We got the volume preamp right before 2, the master right before 2, and this is on the first section of your contour switch. Tell how much brighter that channel is naturally than the 12AX7, and with a lot more bottom end as well. So I'm just going to play a chord for the rest of them. You'll kind of understand the difference. See how it thinned out a lot? So that's actually your very last channel, or your very last notch on that is T, which is just obviously treble. And then we'll go back to 1, you can hear the difference. It's a lot more growl. So anyway, I'm going to stick this on notch 3, and we're going to show you a little bit of the overdrive for the EF86. So I'll put that right around, we'll say 6, because like I said, this has got a lot more gain, a lot more drive. And the only thing about EF86s is sometimes in combos is they're kind of microphonic. So especially with single coils or something like that's really just going to be kind of a little thinner. You can hear that. That's the master all the way down, and it's still coming through. So we'll put the master right about 1 o'clock. That's a lot. Crank up the volume a little bit more, gets a little bit more gainy. This is all the way, I've notched it all the way over to the far right, which is T, which has the least amount of body to it. And at that point, especially with a Strat, it's going to get really, really bitey and bright. So I tend to like it a little beefier, personally. So I'm going to crank this back down, make it a little, well, I tell you what, yeah, let's go ahead and stick that tone notch on 1, and just got the volume turned, preamp all the way up. You can hear how, you definitely hear the noise, but that's coming from this, not that. See? So anyway, so the volume's all the way up on the EF86 channel. I've got the tone notched on 1, and the master volume is on 1, roughly. So there you go. They do have this really cool feature, the color wheel on here, so you can change your faceplate right here, the different colors. Roughly, I believe, 25-ish different colors, something like that. I haven't counted them. And then once you get to where it's white, go a little bit further, and it will blink slowly, or in epileptic seizure mode, which is always good. All the way down is off. Now let me tell you a little bit about the Hope amp in particular. This is a special edition amp that they've made for a company here, an organization I should say, here in Nashville that I'm partnered with, called Exile International. Exile does work with former child soldiers out of the Congo and places in Africa, and we rescue and rehabilitate through art therapy and music therapy and things like that these former child soldiers, and kind of get them back to be able to be as much of kids again as possible. But what they've done is they've partnered with Exile, and this is a special line a special edition amp that they're making specifically for them. And whenever one of these are sold, 50% of the proceeds go straight to Exile. So that's definitely something to think about when you look at going to buy one of these. Is you know, it's cool. It's got the Hope amp, the Hope symbol across the front of it. This is actually the symbol for Exile, and I'll put a link at the bottom of the page, at the bottom of the video, so that you can actually go check out Exile if you'd be interested in helping out. Overall, phenomenal amp. I'm going to be using it quite a bit here coming up soon. I'm going to go play it out at NAMM this year, and hopefully everybody out there is digging on it, and maybe they'll pick a couple up. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot.